Yeah, that's right. This is a video about doors. May seem useless, but by the end you'll probably know more about doors than you do anything else, so stick around if you want to learn something. Hey everyone, this is Syntax, and I do not understand the lock device. I mean, obviously I understand it, but I don't know why it works the way it does, and only experimenting revealed some really weird things that I otherwise wouldn't have known. The lock device can be found under the Devices tab. It's really nothing special. It just opens and closes doors and vents whenever you want them to by sending a signal to it, and that's its whole job. Now, while its job is fairly simple, it's extremely important to have in a bunch of maps because it can lock doors, open doors, close doors, unlock doors. It is a staple in solid gameplay. However, much like other devices, orientation for some reason is a big factor on how this thing works. Running through the settings real quick, I have the initial door position set to closed, I have the visibility turned off, it starts locked and it unlocks and opens when receiving from channel 2. I have this player spawn pad set to send a signal on channel 1 when the player spawns, and that sends a signal to this trigger over here, which then sends a signal to channel 2 after about 2 seconds. Yeah, you can see the delay right there, 2 seconds. And obviously once that sends its signal, it opens the door. This is a surprise to nobody. You could do this with a button, you could do this with a mutator zone, you could do it with whatever you want as long as it's getting a signal. However, through various testing and lots of repetitive testing, I have found that lock devices work in extremely weird ways, so that's what we're going to be looking at. Now, I start the game, the door opens. As you can see, it opened right there. There's nothing special to that. However, I'm going to click play again and watch what happens. Notice anything? If you didn't, I don't blame you because this is really dumb. Okay, third time. What did you notice? Alright, this is kind of redundant, but last time, and I'll just show you so you can believe me. I'm sure you saw it that time. Alright, I'm sure you're tired of me being an idiot. Basically, all 4 times I started the game, the door opened outward. Why? To be fully truthful with you, I don't have an answer that makes sense, but I do think I know how it works. The lock device doesn't matter for whatever reason. Its orientation is not a factor, but for whatever reason, depending on the way the door is facing, it will always open in the exact same direction. If we open our minimap, we get a nice layout of the entire map, and the direction it will always open is if you have a door. Let's say this line is my door. If the door is like this, oriented on the map, it will always open to the left. I don't know if that's north, south, east, west. I have no idea because I'm not good with directions. But if your door is oriented like this, it will always open to the left side of your overlay map. Again, why it does it, I have no idea. This game is weird. Now, just in case you don't trust those 4 tests I just showed you, I set up a few more doors. I've set up 9 of them, facing in the direction I mentioned earlier. Just to show you again, I'm facing this direction. Open up my overlay map. They're going to open left. Here we go. So that opens, and as you can see, all of these doors have opened that-a-way. Yeah. It's weird. What's even weirder though is if you don't face them left to right on your overlay map, they don't seem to have any pattern at all. Just to show you again, here are my 9 doors facing left to right, and now I have these 6 doors set up on the opposite plane, so they're facing like up and down. I don't know what direction to call these doors. They're not facing left to right on the overlay map. I'm gonna go ahead and start the game and we will see if we can find a pattern. So here we go, the doors just opened. I'm gonna fly over to these ones and wait a minute, that might have been a coincidence. We're just gonna play again. Here we go, I'm gonna go ahead and go out, and they're all facing the other direction. What better thing to do than to just play again, and they've all changed direction again. What is this game? Alright, I've made it so they're spaced out. Maybe that will change them all being in sync. I don't know why they're in sync. This game is just weird. Hopefully this changes up the pattern a little. Okay, big reveal time. Nope, they all opened in the same direction this time. Oh yeah, forgot to show you guys, this door also opens that way even though the wall is turned around. It doesn't really matter which way it's facing in terms of the wall faces as long as it's facing left to right on that overlay map. I moved a few over here and put this lock device on the other side of the wall just to see if it does anything, so let's go ahead and start the game. Bro, what? I don't get it. I don't get it at all. The biggest takeaway from this is if you need to have a door open consistently, make sure it's facing left to right on that overlay map because it will always open left. If you're doing an animation that involves an open door, you need to make sure that door stays open in the same direction. Just make sure it's facing left to right on the overlay map and you should be all good for that particular animation. And while that application is very specific, I'm sure it's useful in a couple situations. And with that, I hope this video helped you out. And yeah, this has been Syntax. Later.